Um, I think you know that I have a little kind of thing about religion, uh, and I participate. I can't help myself. I participate in some discussions um, um, on Quora, which is like an internet kind of thing where people express opinions, And I'm particularly amused by the definitive statements that a lot of religious people make, Um, uh, like you'll burn in hell, and there's a whole pile of kind of things, like there is only one God, it's all these kinds of things, And I just recently, I've just been putting in one kind of reply to their questions. How do you know that? People believe things very, very strongly. Oh, yeah. How do you know that? How do you know that? You know? And I think we all know that um, it, your religion really depends on where you're born. That's, so whether you're a Theravada Buddhist or an evangelical, it just depends on where you're born. And basically, it's all belief systems, you see. It's all you believe this, you believe that, without necessarily knowing. And this is where I find that Dzogchen is just incredible. It bypasses all that. Not all of Buddhism, Dzogchen. Dzogchen actually bypasses the whole thing. Why? Because it's based on your experience. It's not something abstract. It's based on your own experience. You discover. When you know something like that, there's real confidence. I hope I've explained this a little bit. When you know it for yourself, it's not a belief. You've experienced it. It's your experience. You know it. So, let's go into it a little bit. So, we all know most important thing is our mind. That's not a belief. Most important thing is our own mind, And basically, it has two aspects. One of which we're very familiar with, called thinking. It's intellectual. It's abstract. Do you know? Thinking, 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 more thinking. And basically, it's out of control. This aspect of our mind is out. Would you like some proof? Do you need some proof? You just be quiet. And you discover this friggin' thing is unstable. It's restless. It's reactive. Minger and others, monkey mind is what they refer to it as. So it's this aspect of mind. We're very familiar with it. Very rewarding. It's quite the opposite, in fact. It's the source of a lot of dissatisfaction, of dis-ease, of unease. But there is another aspect to mind. And I'm reading this rather wonderful book by Dzogchen Rinpoche. And he describes, like I would have called it presence, rigpa, He calls it heart. This other aspect of mind is about feeling. It's about knowing. Not intellectually. Do you understand? It's a knowing feeling. It's stable. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Mind is all the time jumping around. And this is why we sit, This is why we sit. Is we need to give some space for this aspect of our mind to become obvious. As long as we're with our thoughts and following after them and trying to do this, trying to do that, as long as we're like that, although this aspect of your mind is there, we won't see it, we won't recognize it. This is why we sit, is to know our knowing mind, our feeling, which is not ideas, it's direct. So that's what we're going to do for a few minutes. Okay? So rather than following after thoughts, all we do is we rest. We let be. Just let go. It's quite easy. Just sit here, breathe. Know that you're breathing. You don't have to stop having thoughts. Just not following after them. Just leave be. If your mind says, do this, you don't have to say no. You just say, okay, and you do nothing. You just breathe. As the Buddha said, thoughts flow in, thoughts flow out. The trick, this Martin described, the trick is not to follow them. They're okay. They're part of your mind. They're part of awareness. You don't have to follow them. That's the training. Rest, let it be. Very urgent. You are already free. And you forget you're free. But then you just ease. You become very unbothered by your mind, by your thinking. Just leaving it alone, not following after it, just sitting here breathing. So you develop this kind of confidence just to be, not to be something, just to be natural, unfabricated, calm, loving, soft, very sharp, natural. Thoughts flow in, thoughts flow out. They don't stick. They're not able to stick. All they can do is come back again.